What's up, guys? I hope you're all staying safe and sound in this crazy sci-fi movie life that we're living right now. I'm hoping to bring a little bit of joy and a whole lot of flavor into your home kitchens by presenting a brand new web cooking series right here from my home in Las Vegas. I'm going to show you some of my favorite dishes. Some of these I've been making for years. Some I picked up in my travels, from Michelin star restaurants to the best street food stalls you can find on the planet. We're gonna do all of that right here in my house with Shaun O'Neale. We are kicking off with my spin on an American classic, the Eggs Benedict. Now, there's contradicting history on the Eggs Benedict. Delmonico's in Lower Manhattan claims to have had it on the menu since 1860, with one of their chefs later writing a recipe for this and publishing it in 1894. Now, also in 1894, a man named Lemuel Benedict walked into the Waldorf Astoria and ordered a buttered toast, a poached egg, crispy bacon, and a hooker of hollandaise. Pretty sure a hooker means ladle in this situation. So, ever since then, the Waldorf has had it on the menu, so has Delmonico. So they both have rivaling claims for the Eggs Benedict. Now I'm gonna show you mine. First thing we're gonna do is make our spinach hollandaise, and spinach hollandaise is gonna need a spinach puree. So we've got about 1 cup of spinach. We're gonna blanch it in boiling water just until wilted. Then we're gonna transfer it to an ice bath to shock it, to stop its cooking process and to lock in that color. All right, now we're gonna transfer our spinach to a blender along with just a little bit of the cooking liquid. We don't want this to be too wet or it will make our hollandaise a little bit runny. All right, so to continue on with our hollandaise, I've added 2 egg yolks to the bowl. We're gonna add a little bit of lemon juice, about 2 tablespoons. And then we're gonna add some of our puree. So we're gonna use about a 1/4 cup of our spinach puree. So you wanna whisk this really well. Make sure everything is nice and cohesive. You're gonna have extra puree left over. You have to make so much for the blender to be able to process it. You could put it in a smoothie or something like that, but there's really not a whole lot left for other uses, but smoothies are a great way to go. So, we're gonna continue to whisk this. Now we're gonna move it over to our double boiler. We've got a double boiler set up with just a little bit of water at the bottom on about medium-low temperature, just a really low simmer. We wanna subtly cook these eggs. We don't really want them to scramble, obviously, right? We're not making scrambled eggs, we're making a sauce. So they have to be super, super soft cooked. Once the eggs start cooking and the sauce starts to thicken up a little bit, we're gonna add about 6 tablespoons of melted butter, and we're gonna add that straight in while continuing to whisk. If you notice that it starts to clump a little bit, immediately take it off the heat. Maybe even better yet, have a little bowl of ice that you can put it onto to cool it back down. The thing is, we're making a sauce. Once again, we're not making scrambled eggs, so you really wanna be careful about this. This is where the technique comes into play. All right, our hollandaise is done and it is beautiful. Nice, thick, creamy, luxurious. So we're just gonna transfer this to a bowl just to get it out of this hot bowl. You don't want it to continue cooking, but those ribbons are really what you're looking for. That's how you determine that you've got a really, really nice hollandaise. So we'll transfer this to another bowl and we'll set it aside till we're ready to plate. Now we're gonna poach some eggs. So I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, so our hollandaise is made, it looks beautiful. Now on to the part that really intimidates people the most about making an Eggs Benedict, which is the poaching the eggs. There's several ways to do it. You can make the vortex. I kind of feel like that can get a little messy. So I just filled the pan with about just enough water to cover the egg, and I added 2 tablespoons of just plain white vinegar. Now what you want to do is have some little cups. You're going to crack the eggs into the cups. And this helps you get them into the water a little bit more easily than just cracking them into the water. Now, we're just gonna slide these right into the water and let them cook a little bit. That vinegar is gonna help coagulate the egg white. Once the egg white starts to coagulate a little bit, if you see that it's gotten away from the yolk a little bit, simply take a spoon and just kind of scoop it back over the yolk. It will seal itself around the egg yolk. You'll know when it's done with it. It's that nice solid white and the egg yolk is just barely starting to cook. Now while our eggs are poaching, we'll take our English muffins, just cut them right here in half, and we'll butter these guys up, and we're gonna put them in a cast iron skillet just to give them a nice little crispiness. So just some room temperature butter, spread it edge to edge, and then we'll put these in our cast iron skillet to get them nice and toasty. All right, so we now have all our components made. Our English muffin is nice and toasty, and we can start plating this beautiful, beautiful Eggs Benedict. So we'll put our English muffins down. We'll take our prosciutto. I just happened to have some prosciutto laying around one day, and I thought it would sound really good on an Eggs Benedict. So I had 2 pieces left today, so we're gonna make that. Again, like I said, you could use country ham, you could do turkey. If you wanted to do vegetarian, you could go asparagus or maybe some eggplant, some charred roasted eggplant would be beautiful on this. But I love prosciutto and I am a carnivore, so we're gonna go with prosciutto today. So we'll put our prosciutto down. I like to try to make a nest so it can hold the egg. I've just transferred the egg into these little cups to make it a little bit easier to get it onto the Benedict. That one broke already, but that's fine. Not a big deal. We're gonna be eating it and breaking it apart anyway. So there's our 2 eggs. We'll top it with our beautiful hollandaise here. And then we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of parsley over just for a little bit more of that greenish color. Some nice parsley on top, bringing a little bit more freshness. And there you have it, guys. There is our prosciutto and spinach hollandaise Benedict. It's beautiful, it's simple, there's only a few ingredients in here, and it's absolutely delicious. I'll see you next time on In My House with Shaun O'Neale.